Hi guys, Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope you all are doing absolutely amazing. Okay, welcome back to my channel. I am Sayyida Khairunisa and I love to talk about Islam, self-love and self-improvement. And if you're interested in any of those topics, do consider subscribing. It's free, y'all. You don't really have to go and literally type my name in order to sort of come across my video. You literally just get it when I upload. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about something that is so important and close to my heart. And that is your nervous system will naturally feel calm around the right people. Okay, I don't know about the brothers out there, but I know about the sisters, especially about all the relationships that you're considering in your life. Even in your professional setup, you want to sort of let somebody into your life, into your heart, but they're toxic, but you don't feel like it with them. It is literally draining yourself to still put up with them, because if you want to retain your feminine energy, you literally have to avoid people that cause you stress. And when I talk about stress, you have to avoid the unwanted stress. And another thing that I've learned about, like, if you want to be in your feminine energy, is you do not consider something as a problem, even if it seems to be like a big problem, but you cannot control it. If you don't have the solution for it, it's not your problem anymore. If there's something that happens in your life and you think you cannot control it, leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That in itself is the answer, because Allah said in the Quran, Allah does not burden a soul beyond it can bear. So if you think you cannot bear dealing with it, it's not your problem. You don't have to deal with it, right? That implies in a lot of relationships we have in our life. For example, with our colleagues that we really just make friends with casually, our classmates, our distant or close relatives. A lot of the times, even the in-laws, I've seen a lot of people put up with their toxic in-laws because they just felt like they had something that they owed to their in-laws, which wasn't the case at all. And so that, I feel like, is because of the attachment that an individual has to stress. So if in your childhood you were treated in a way that was toxic, abusive, either by the people that were really close to you, that were able to trigger an emotional response in you. And when we're kids, quite literally anybody gets to do that, because we don't decide who's the close one and who's not. Whatever we hear, our brain adapts to it very quickly. The reason I empathize with a lot of people that have gone through trauma in their childhood is because as a child you had nothing to do with your suffering. Especially if you were like abused, you were bullied, you had nothing to do with your suffering. And if you have a traumatic childhood, and if whatever you've turned out to be, maybe you have traumas, you have anger issues, you have frustration, you are depressed, you're anxious, it is not your fault. And inshallah, Allah will make it easy for you. And I pray that Allah makes it easy for everybody that has had a traumatic childhood, that has had a disturbing childhood in terms of people they've had in their life, right? So a lot of the times these memories attach to us throughout our adult life as well, because back in the day when we were children, our subconscious mind just literally adapted every single thing it heard, because our conscious mind was not able to guard whatever we were being told. Our subconscious adopted this, and so it became our deep-rooted opinion about ourselves, right? For example, if someone may have called you like dumb, and for them to say this, it was just a matter of a joke, or they had a laugh about it, but it was imprinted in your mind for literally so long. You may have thought that that's your opinion. Now you meet people and you might think that subconsciously that maybe they also will end up assuming the same about me. If you have insecurities related to the way you look, because someone else made you insecure, not you, you might now even have that opinion about yourself rooted subconsciously, and you might go about thinking whenever you meet others that, okay, they might also think the same way about me. This person might also think about that. That person might also think that. That's not true. That was a very limited-minded person. That was a moment of time in your life with their own limited mind, their own limited understanding, their own limited vision, that imposed something negative onto you, and now you latch onto those memories and are so deeply attached. Maybe that person is suffering because they will get their kifara, or maybe they are not yet suffering, but you are out here suffering for sure. When you know someone wrongs you, what you have to do is literally be happy if you don't deal with it, that now Allah will deal with it. Because there's no way I've kept quiet and I've left it, and Allah will not deal with it. If they have wronged you, you best believe they will face the consequences of what they did, sooner or later in this life or on the Yawm al-Qiyamah. They will get to face the consequences of how they wronged you. So that is done. That was a limited person. It was a lie. That person projected either their own jealousy, their own insecurity, their own toxic mentality, limited mentality, right? Because imagine how limited, how petty, how jealous a person has to be to literally make someone feel bad about themselves. Externally, internally, things that especially a person cannot control. You do not point those things out to that person. If there's something that a person cannot change within the next 5 seconds, you do not point it out to the person. Having said that, you guys, I feel like a lot of us still live with those toxic memories from our toxic childhood given by toxic people. And we think that that's my reality, that I have no play in that because that was assumed about me. That might be the reality. Let me just live with it. But who has the control of your life? Beshak, Allah has the control of your life. And Allah has given you the ability, the physical, mental ability to do something of your life. Why would you choose to listen to somebody else's opinion of you? Why would you choose to live with that? And where I'm getting to with this is the fact that we have an attachment to stress, to feeling anxious, to feeling under pressure around people. And when we meet people that trigger or regulate such emotions in us, such as stress, anxiety, or depression, or insecurity, we feel like, okay, this is my person. This is my ideal person. We're supposed to be together. We're supposed to be there with each other. A lot of people say that, you know what, I like to be with the people that actually keep calling me out, keep critically criticizing me. And because that's familiar to me. And while it's okay to be with people that are sort of neutral or criticize you and not always tell you what you want to listen to, but also what you need to listen to, it's very important to have people who uplift you, who don't put you down, right? Who make you feel good about yourself. That's also what you need to have. And some people say that I've healed myself from traumas. Like, I was speaking to a girl. She was talking to me about her relationship she had where she dated this toxic guy for years, okay? And she had a toxic childhood. So naturally, she went for somebody that regulated the same level of distress and trauma and tension in her that people from her childhood did as well. So, she used to tell me that I'm still talking to him, I'm still dating him, but I just hate him. I don't like him. I don't like what he's doing. I know it is wrong, but I'm still like with him. And I'm just like, girl, you can't be for real right now. Because there is no way. You know it is all wrong. You know it's an emotional response. You know it is an attachment to trauma. He familiarizes you with it. He reminds you of it, because one thing we're addicted to is our childhood in terms of a partner even. So a lot of people, they are with toxic people. They entertain toxic people and then they say that I love myself. One of the biggest symbols of loving yourself is knowing that maybe there's another person out there who does not regulate such negative emotions in me, who does not trigger such negative emotions in me. Maybe I feel bored and sleepy when I'm around them, but they at least don't give me trauma. They don't make me sad. They don't make me cry, right? And they just give me what I probably now deserve to be getting. But imagine you punishing yourself. You were already going through what you did not deserve in your childhood, but now you're punishing yourself even more just because you want to avoid the work of healing yourself, recognizing what is it that's coming from your childhood, what is the trauma of your childhood caused you to be, all of that. And you are sort of now choosing to punish yourself. Like, you did not have a hand in your suffering when you were a child, for sure. Now, yeah, you might not feel the chemistry with the people who are meant for you will soothe you. They will not trigger you. And I want you to understand that. People that are meant to be with the highest version of you that is healed will probably not trigger you anymore. They will not make you cry. They will not make you sort of want to hurt yourself. They will not make you feel like you're under some rock, you're living under a rock, you're under pressure, They will not make you feel all of that. They will hype you up. Stop calling it fake. I don't know. I don't think I'm sure about this. Why are you not sure? Just because you don't feel regulated enough? So the biggest sign of self-love is choosing people who choose you and also who help you with your self-love journey. If all you're looking for is a narcissist who regulates who keeps giving you some chemistry, of course you're gonna land yourself in more miserable situation and you're gonna continue with your suffering. For sure, you'll keep feeling something or the other for the rest of your life, but that won't do any good to your mental health, your self-love journey. That'll only sabotage it. And that is why I'm telling you that the people that are good for you will calm you. They will soothe you. Especially if you're a woman. Do not surround yourself with the people that make you tensed. And one thing that God has blessed us women with is our intuition. Never ever turn away from it. Have you heard of the motherly instinct, you guys? Like, if my mom has an off feeling about somebody, I'm literally distancing myself from them. You know why? Because I truly believe that as Allah has made my mom a mother, He has also rewarded her with an instinct related to her children. Now, of course, what is shirk is constantly asking her, what do you think I should do? Do you think this is good for me? Do you think that will make me a good whatever in the future? Whatever. No. But whenever she has an off feeling about someone, I will not consider it. I will consider it. I will never brush it off with my mom because time and time again, her instinct has turned out to be true. I was watching this video which was saying that women in general are always more afraid and anxious than men are. Like in general, that's how their state is. And the thing is that as much as people can say that it's a really offensive thing to say, what also gets me wondering and what also comes out of it that's positive is that also means that our body tells us more, gives us more signals about when we're in danger, when our loved ones are in danger than men, right? Because we're generally anxious, we're always wondering, we're always like curious. Our body alerts us. So of course now you have to realize, like, if you're triggered by pretty much everything, then there's something for you to work on. If you have fear in general, you have to work on that. But I'm just saying that if it's not your general state and if you're going around, you are anxious maybe, yeah, but you're in your normal state of anxious. But then when you are around people that want to trigger that anxiety more and they want to sort of make you really anxious and come under pressure, and you know instinctively that I don't sense, like with the energy as well, some good intention from this person, it is the best for you to drop it. Even if you've come 2 months into a friendship with somebody, don't think that this has been really long for me to keep talking to somebody with, even if we share the same traumas, even if we have similar patterns, even if we have the same past, no matter what we have in commonality. If they triggered an emotional response in me, if my intuition feels that there is something off about this person, drop them. Your intuition, your instinct is your strength. And I know for all the women listening, you know what I'm talking about. You know that every time there's been a guiding voice in you that has always felt like, maybe with a friend that you may have cut off really later in your life, that since the very beginning there was something off about this person. It was you who chose to keep entertaining it because you thought, no, apparently everything seems nice. They're sweet, everything. So what's wrong? But then that's not all there is. That's not it, right? There are some people that suck out the energy from others, and that's why they say that whenever you meet somebody and you come back home, look at how you feel after you meet them. Is it really anxious? Do you feel exhausted, tired, drained, tensed, not good about yourself, insecure, ugly, dumb, whatever? Then they are not the people for you. But if you meet someone that you feel good after meeting them, or even when you are texting them, you just sense positive energy, you sense there's a healing energy in them, or not healing energy, but you sense that they care for you through text, listen to that. Go at places where you feel safe. Especially when it comes to your relationships. I feel like one of the biggest lies we've ever been told is you have to struggle with your relationship. You have to shed blood and sweat in order to win relationships, in order to win people, in order to sustain relationships. It takes effort, but it does not take traumatic experiences for you to realize it does not take your heart to break multiple times with friendships and haram relationships even for you to realize that I would rather just now listen to what God has to instruct me with my relationships. In terms of a romantic partner, go for a halal one. Do istikhara, pray istikhara. And in terms of somebody such as a friend, again, I listen to the guiding voice in me. I do give some level of importance to my past experiences that suggest me how to sort of be right now. Like if this person seems to have a trait of somebody from my past, I'm not going to lay a cold shoulder to it, and I'm going to do justice to myself and to my experiences by considering them and making a decision thereafter, right? That's all I wanted to say to you guys. This is something I've been thinking for a really long time. And I just wanted to also say that as a woman, you have an instinct that is so strong, an intuition that is so strong. I think you need to try paying more attention to it when it comes to your loved one, when it comes to yourself, when it comes to the people you surround yourself with. We're all just energies, if you think about that, living in bodies. Like we're all souls, we're spirits. It's all about how does a person spend their whole day? How do they fulfill their soul? Is it by spending and engaging in negative activities such as putting others down, engaging in a lot of negativity, haram stuff, and that's how they fulfill themselves? Or do they fulfill themselves by doing the positive things such as making somebody happy, making themselves happy, following the sunnah, following the word of Allah, which is the Quran, first of all? And yeah, and sometimes when you meet someone and you feel like there's something off about this person, generally they might be a person that fulfills their soul by engaging in negativity. Listen to that intuition, you know, get into that zone of acknowledging your superpower as a woman, your biggest symbol of femininity, which is your instinct. Listen to it, operate on your feelings, operate on your emotions. Not always, but when it comes to a lot of things, like we women, our emotions, our feelings are precious because we feel every second of the day. There's not one second I don't think we don't feel. So use it to your advantage, right? All right, you guys, jazakallah khair for watching this video. Oh yeah, this bouquet was over here, consumed the half of the screen, and I didn't talk about it yet because I don't know, I was just so into like speaking. I just was so in a hurry to convey the message. But I bought these flowers. I bought this bouquet for my mommy today. And I bought it for her, but I also would like to look at them as and when I like, admire them as and when I like, smell them as and when I like, capture them as and when I like. I love flowers, and I've gifted it twice to my mother because I could do it more for sure. But, you know, I want to be receiving flowers someday. So that is why I give it so much, because you generally give what you want to receive. Manifesting it today, inshallah. Ya Allah. Ameen. Okay, I will meet you guys in my next video. Until then, take care, stay subscribed, or subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, share the video, and I will meet you guys in my next video. Until then, take care. Remember me in your duas, and I will remember you guys in mine. Allah Hafiz, Iman Allah.